Hey friends, your friendly neighborhood TS Hawkeye guy here. Finally taking a break. It's been a long day, but it was definitely worth it. It was productive, I can't say for every day. Uh I got a good start into the new place. A lot of stuff's put away, and yeah, I'll keep you posted on that as we go. But cuz a lot of stuff is, put away. We're going to take a look at a Wizard magazine that I didn't know I had. This is Wizard number 68 from April 1999, I believe. I could be wrong. Let's just gotta find any kind of ad. Yes, 19. Oh wait, 1997 by the looks of it. Oof, I was way off there. So that has Superman blue on the cover. In the 90s, they did Superman red and blue. It was a whole thing. It wasn't very good. It was different, but it didn't last very long. So the cover's ripped, unfortunately. But you know, there's what it would look like. X-Man was on the other cover. It's so we've got a toy ad here, Palisades Toys. Dynamic Forces, I think that is. I'm reading it through the phone. So, and Event Comics. No clue who that character is. So we have the comic contents. Letter from the editor or the owner. Magic words, just a letter page. This is cool. This is an ad for the Amalgam comics, which I had a ton of them, and they were great. Like, I really, really enjoyed them. I wish I still had some, I had Avengers versus the JLA, too. I sold it, and I wish I still had it. Like, I kicked myself for selling that. More letters. Ads for stuff I don't know, don't remember. There is the absolutely terrible Rob Liefeld drawn Captain America. There's Superboy, 80th, Titans. Oh no, is that DC? That looked terrible. So, letter art, 99 cents. X-Men, all new 50 card set starring Marvel's Mightiest Mutants and Vilest Villains. I don't remember that. I wasn't reading X-Men at this point, so I don't really know what's going on there. I was reading a lot of Avengers stuff and stuff like that. Generation X. We're not gonna look at every page, but we'll stop on the normal stuff. See, yeah, there's the blue. There was electric red and electric blue, just company updates. News bites. What's the first one? Erik Larsen launches new Freak Force Monthly. Spider-Man collides with Badrock. Rib worms its way into Caliber. Anarchy battles to improve mankind. So, what's next for Marvel? That is an Adam or Andy? I like them both. I think it's Adam Kubert art. Classic Spider-Man. That was during the Heroes Reborn. I wasn't reading Heroes Reborn. I think I was on X-Men Avengers after that. I was reading Ghost Rider and stuff. Can you imagine trying to sell that ad today? Fatal Attraction, which was an X-Men storyline, and then, Cable Guy, just X-Man. Return to the Age of Apocalypse game. I'll read that. Shock and Excitement. I actually really liked Erik Larsen. I thought he was a great penciler and a great writer. Chiseled, massive, ripped Legends of the Dark Knight. I remember seeing these and just thinking they looked terrible. Very little articulation. The proportions were bad. Overpower, more Savage Dragon, Resurrection Man. Oh, they're casting a Generation X movie, like fan casting. So Rebecca De Mornay, you know, I'd be surprised if anyone really knew who she was. Uh, trying to husk Reese Witherspoon, and she's young. Jubilee, Lacey Chalbert, Party of Five. Oh man, this is old. So, anyone else notable? Thora Birch, Michael Dorenzi, don't know who he is. The Mighty Ducks kid. Oh my god, that's hilarious. We all know who he is. Oh, if you know who he is, you're old like me. But so this video is getting kind of long in the tooth, so we're gonna flip it a bit. You know, there's a Superman article, Scarlet Spider. They're probably talking about how characters are evolving and stuff. Andy Kubert interview. I'll read that later. The Offspring, Ixnay on the Ombre. I had that. Don't be a deviant. DV8 for the half comic offer. This is just merch that was available. Some games. Oh, terrible, terrible toys, man. Those are Spider-Man toys. I had that Venom. That Storm, not too bad. That was a terrible Colossus. You know, Toy Fair. I don't think I was into Toy Fair at this point. And then we just have the price guide. There's Lando Calrissian. The funny thing is he appeared at the local convention here, and I took a bottle of Colt 45. I wanted him to sign, and they wouldn't let me in. They wouldn't let me bring it in because it was alcohol. So I don't even know if they sell that here anymore. Deathbird. There's a Dalek and some Jawa. Angela. You know, just they did the little cartoons. Not cartoons, but little funny things that weren't that funny. And so yeah. Wizard Top 100. What was the number one book? X-Men number 62, then Uncanny X-Men 342, Fantastic Four number 5, which was Heroes Reborn. Man, I had a lot of those comics. Like, I think I had everything Spider-Man. I had the Deadpool. I didn't buy many of the crossovers. Let's see, Garth Ennis, Mark Waid, Scott Lobdell, Peter David, rest in peace, Kurt Busiek, Ron Mars. So, and then artists. Jim Lee was working on Fantastic Four, Joe Moderia, Scott Campbell, Alex Ross. So, you know, it's, I don't know if any of these guys are still active. It's a survey. There's a comic price guide. The other one was a toy price guide. I'm sorry. You know, they give a little rundown of the comics. They give you a picture on that side. So, Wizard Presents JLA Special, Miscellaneous. Top 10 Heroes and Villains. Number 1's Wolverine. That's when he didn't have a nose. Then we have Spawn, who didn't have a nose. Fairchild from Gen 13. Dark Claw, which was the amalgam Batman and Wolverine, which I really want to make a custom of. Spider-Man, Magneto. I think that's when he was the clone. Yeah, it was. Rogue, Witchblade, X-Man, and Blink. This must have been... yeah, I remember this around this time. But I got this secondhand from somebody. So, yeah, long video today. Thanks for checking in. I'll get back to toys as soon as I can. And I'll talk again soon.